Good morning, happy weekend, everybody. Those that don't know, my name is Smith-Garvin. I am a yellow status presenter with Unique. Getting ready to head out and do our finally back to school shopping, supply shopping, and some clothes shopping for the kids. We've had to wait for having all of us basically around to do it, so should be fun today. Still figuring out kind of where we're gonna go and what all we're grabbing and whatnot, because for my teenager, we don't actually have a list yet. She gets it on the first day of school, but there's still a few like basic things like notebooks, pencils, and whatnot that we need to make sure she has. And then my son, we've got part of his list, and he just needs reusing a couple things from last year, and so we're gonna get that filled up. So I thought I'd hop on here and talk a little bit about brows. I'm actually kind of surprised how mine are looking right now. There's nothing on them at the moment. Thank you, the Esteem lash serum and brow serum, because before I've got a full face of makeup on, got my eyes on, don't have the mascara or brows yet. But usually when I do the my like makeup on, and then my brows are gone, and so hi hair. I am generally just like this giant forehead creature. So I always try and do at least a little something, whether it's like a tinted brow gel or doing full brow on them, because otherwise I look like there's nothing there. Yeah, I know, Rochelle, we are such last minute people. It's kind of funny. We just, we'll get to it, and then we can usually like are scrambling to find everything, and we ended up ordering off of Amazon. I was a little bit smarter this year. We were at Dollar Tree, and I saw one of the hardest things we had when we wait so long to shop is the binder divider, so I grabbed a bunch of those because I'm like, we need them now. So anyways, I'm going to be showing off kind of how I do the Moodstruck Brow Obsession palette. It's kind of cool because you've got two different brow colors, so you can kind of do like a little brow contouring thing, because as you can kind of see, like it's all not just like one color, like the hairs are different colors, and I do apologize for the unruliness. I just haven't gotten in to get these bad boys plucked yet. But you've got a couple different colors, and you've also got a little bit like brow highlight to go underneath if you want to do that. So I always start, especially when using powder, because sometimes powders can not grab onto the hairs the greatest. So I always like to use a little bit of that brow wax to put it on first to kind of hold the powder there. And I always keep, because I'm lazy and I just use like one brush for the whole thing, so I keep a paper towel or tissue nearby just to kind of wipe my brush off in between uses, and I just go through just getting kind of that wax on there in the direction of the brow hairs. So I slept in a lot later than I had planned today. I was thinking, I'll be up, my usual is, especially because I've been getting up so early during the week that my body's kind of gotten in tune with getting up super early. And I slept until almost like 9:30. And I was like, wow, that's kind of nice. But now I feel like I'm really running behind on my day. So, but, and got my nice new fun top from Rochelle. I'm super happy. Like, I'm loving not working in retail stores now anymore, so I can kind of wear more color. It's really nice. I'm enjoying it. I'm wearing all these fun and funky patterns. Although with my pants I've got on today, these are actually scrub pants I had from years ago when I volunteered at a hospital. They're literally like the most comfortable pants in the world, and I kind of want to get more of them. Mostly because they're stretchy drawstring waist. But the shirt actually matches perfectly with them, so now if I could just find hint Rochelle, dark gray or dark blue leggings in my size, it'd be really awesome. I got all the fun prints, busted out my villains ones yesterday. So I get the wax on, and then what I'll do is I'll start with usually the darker brow color. You can see that's one I tend to use more of, just because my roots they were a nice dark brown. Now they're kind of like an ashy brown because of all the gray hair growing in. And I just go in the direction of my hairs and just do like little strokes, and I turn the brush to the side so I don't get as harsh a line when doing it. I'm learning how not to do the Sharpie brow look. So you can kind of see that, where it's just kind of, I still do a little bit of a block brow type look that's just kind of what I like to do, but I've learned how to soften it up so it's not so harsh, and kind of drawing almost more hair-like on there. And then I get darker as I go out to my tail here. Tail of the brow. It's been a while since I've done like a powder brow look. I usually do like the pencil or the tinted just because it's a little bit quicker for me, but I thought today I would take some time to do this. So you can kind of see, kind of gives you that fuller, and then I'll go through and use the brush to kind of comb and soften it out. And I'll go in, I'm going to do a little bit of kind of the warmer one just to give a little definition, little depth there, kind of like I said, like a brow contour thing, just so it doesn't look all solid one color. Those that have seen some of my old pictures, I've kind of thrown up how I used to do that solid Sharpie brow. And again, I always believe that's what I need to do because I had such a giant forehead. I needed to fill it up with brows. So now one of the things is obviously, so this is a little bit more brown. I've got a little bit of the gray blue on the ends here. So one of the hacks I've learned over the years, and again, I do it a little bit more gentle now, not so crazy harsh, is I'll use a shadow color that's closer to what kind of my hair is to match in. So I'm actually going to use a little bit of the Irrational color to give a little bit of gray in the brows. And again, I just kind of do little light strokes. I don't do, ooh, I did a little strong on that one. Just to give it a little, so it's kind of a little cheat for those of us in the fun hair color, is just get yourself a little eyeshadow and taper it. You can see that kind of brings out a little bit more of the gray. I should probably turn, I think the light's a little bright because it's looking, let's see. There we go. So now you can see that a little bit better. I have my light on way too bright there, but you can see it kind of brings out a little bit of gray. But I got a nice little definition of the brows. So let's get the other side here done so I don't look too crazy. Although I think I do want my light back up for that. And it was kind of nice. I could see it applying better. There we go. Got one of those ring light stand sets off of Amazon. It's kind of fun. Before I'm like propping it up on like coffee cups and other crazy things, and it wasn't quite working as well. Oh, the cross brow. The nice thing is I've kind of, again, 22 years of makeup make it so I go through this really, really fast. So it can take a little bit longer to do the powder brow look. Come on. Put me down a little bit. There we go. But yeah, so you can see by putting that Irrational shadow in there compared to what this one is, it's a lot cooler. And so just kind of, and one biggest thing to remember when you're doing your brows is they are sisters, not identical twins. So they're going to look similar. They aren't going to look super identical. So don't try and like that would be my biggest frustration, is I would get so angry that they were like not looking the same. Like they weren't even, they weren't matching up. Well, and as I have learned from numerous friends that have gone through the esthetician and brow training and all that stuff, they're not ever going to look identical. And also, like for example, you try and match up here and here. Ooh, I got that one really big today. Big brow today. Better. But yeah, so they also, for example, and that's why they do the measurement of doing like here to here, kind of the inner corner, nose up. I've kind of gone over a little bit of mine just because, again, giant forehead. But so that then it looks a little more blended and a little more evening, kind of that matching thing in terms of where they start and where they end, but you don't necessarily like the shape of them. One is going to always be a little more arched than the other. One's going to be a little more I need to wipe this off a little bit, like it's not combing through as much as I would like. There we go. Wiping the brush off a bit. But yeah. And then what you can do is you can turn and take, of course I didn't bring anything down, so I'm going to end up using my finger here. Something like, I'm going to use the soft pink to kind of go underneath the brow, just to kind of lift it up and brighten it up. And see, it kind of gives it that nice little lifted look. But this is a nice little, especially for like travel, because it literally, you can have, you got all your stuff to do your brows all in one. You've got your wax, your brow colors. You can actually use them as eyeshadow colors too, so you get a little bit more playing. And then yeah, for us fun color girls, just use a shadow to kind of do up your brows to get them more closer to what your hair color is. And I'll post a finished picture here. I'm going to turn this back down now that I can see, so you can kind of see how that goes. Next, we're going to finish off with the mascara. Love my 4D. Really gives me kind of those nice, quick, long lashes without doing too much. And that's it. That's my today's look. We're going to go out and get our shopping done. Have some fun. Oop. Foobar on my eye as per usual. Banana crease. There we go. Lashes are done. Nice big lashes. Love big lashes. So, everyone have a great, great weekend. Enjoy your day out there. We'll see you later. Bye.